and ilinibamba stakata, cause gratitude in relationships, I believe it's important. Naamini inasaidia kubuild strong bonds within couples. Na the fact that kuna njia tunaweza measure, it really interested me, and I felt like I need to tell you about it. Gratitude galore, welcome aboard, yo, welcome aboard. Hey, Saseni Gratitude Buddies. I'm so glad you could tune into this episode with your girl Maria, and this is the Gratitude Galo podcast. Mali tunamotivatiana pamoja progressively apply gratitude to deal with daily challenges. Kama unaweza dai kujua some of the ways you can measure gratitude at home, make sure you tune in until the end, because I have 2 tools that I found very interesting and very easy to use that we can apply to measure our progress as we learn to apply gratitude. Now, these are not the only tools. I came across like 7, but we'll discuss only 4 to just give an overview of what they entail. Na msijali, sita explain sana, nitaongelelea tu briefly. I'll just give an overview kenye ina entail, an example of questions asked, ndio to keep it too brief. Unaelewa, we don't want to complicate things because we are learning, na kusoma idengi complications mingi, inatakanga tu small little information one step at a time. So kwanza, let's go to the first tool, na hii inaitwa the gratitude adjective checklist. Na sijui kama mnakumbuka adjectives zilikuwa raima. Adjectives, that's one thing I can proudly say I remember. Because gratitude were doing words. Not gratitude, adjectives were doing words. So, hiyo nakumbuka. That one I can confidently say I remember. So, hii tool iko na 14 adjectives zenye individuals who rate on a scale of 1 to 7 how well they relate with a certain adjective. So, hizi adjectives, they are mostly positive, ni vitu kama loving, supportive. So, for example, you're loving, if that quality describes you, unaipea 7, which is extremely well. If it does not describe you, unaipea 1, which is not at all. Na kuna other values in between, but these are the 2 extremes. So hii tool imetumika sana ku explore the level of gratitude, na its simplicity in that ina entail 14 words zenye watu wanatumia ku learn how they have been grateful, how they have shown thankfulness, and how they have been appreciative. Inasaidia wase really ku know where they are and to learn where they can improve. And one thing yenye nilifind interesting about this tool is that si lazima I measure gratitude just for the moment. It measures gratitude yenye uli apply in the past, na inaweza measure in general. So it's really a broad tool yenye inaweza saidia kumonitor, especially if you are new ama you are learning. Inaweza kusaidia kumonitor the progress you make, the steps you make, and it's really a nice tool. I really enjoyed learning about it. Yeah, so that's it about it. Tuende sasa kwa tool lingine yenye inaitwa Gratitude Questionnaire 6. Na hii pia ni another interesting tool because it's simple. Iko na tu maswali 6 zenye unafaa kurate on a scale of 1 to 7. Vile una strongly disagree. 1 is for strongly disagree na 7 is for strongly agree. Na hii tool you encompass statements zenye watu wanafaa either kusema they agree ama they don't agree. For example, statement moja yenye iko kwa hii tool ni I am thankful. I have so much in life to be thankful for. So if this statement you strongly agree with it, unaipea 7. If you strongly disagree with it, unaipea 1. And hizo maswali zote 6, the first 3 they are more, if you have a high score in the first 3 inamaanisha you're less grateful, na kama uko na higher score in the last 3 inamaanisha your levels of gratitude are high. So hii tool it's really interesting to know that it's not really complicated to measure. You just need the 6 the six statements, alafu unajigauge, unaona where do I lie where do I lie hapa. Sasa tool ingine je nili come across ni the gratitude, resentment and appreciation test. Na hii inafanana na hiyo question yenye tumeongelelea, but hii iko na 44 statements. So I kind of found it to be hectic because you have to respond to 44 statements. Na hizo statements zina revolve around aspects za kujua how resentful you are, how appreciative you are, and the level of gratitude you show. So hii really sikuienjoy vile, but I felt I can tell you about it in case kuna mtu ako interested aende afind. Aki bedhe mi spendi vitu complicated. I think hii sasa inakaa too complicated because it's 44 statements. I find it complicated, but maybe to you iko sawa na inaweza work, so you can try it out. You just answer the 44 statements na inatumia 7 point. So 1 is strongly disagree, 7 is strongly agree. So hizo statements zote 44, you just answer on a scale of 1 to 7 how you disagree or agree, na unapata zile responses utapea unazicalculate and you get your levels of gratitude. So yeah, that's it just about that. Na kuna sasa the final tool and I saved the best for last, I mean. And hii tool ilinibamba. Acheni niwaambie. Unajua kwa nini? Cause first mi sikujua like unaweza measure gratitude in a relationship setting. Unajua mi nilikuwa na imagine, okay, as I was reading about this topic, nilikuwa na imagine to kumeasure to it's an individual thing. Then kakuja kupata actually we can measure in couples, and ilinibamba stakata. Cause gratitude in relationships, I believe it's important. Naamini inasaidia kubuild strong bonds within couples. Na the fact that kuna njia tunaweza measure, it really interested me, and I felt like I need to tell you about it. Ndo if you are in a relationship, unaweza itumia kumeasure na kuimprove your level of gratitude with your partner. So hii tool yukuwa na a series of statements zenye respondents who respond from 1 to 5. Iko na 5, hizo zingine ziko na 7 point, lakini inatumia 5 point like at scale, where 1 ina represent never and 5 is always. So phrases zenye zinatumikanga kwa hii scale ni kama, for example, I often tell my partner how grateful I am for the things they do for me. So if you tell your partner, if you tell your partner oftenly, unasema kitu kama always unipea number 5, if you don't unipea number 1. And I think this tool, if you are in a relationship, unaweza go deeper into it and unaweza try out with your partner in the house, muone the level of gratitude, identify some loopholes zenye mnaweza tumia na zenye mnaweza feel na hiyo ku-apply gratitude. So my dear buddies, those are the tools that I wanted us to discuss. Na as I promised, siwezi sahau nilikuwa nimewapromise that nitawasuggestia tools 2 zenye tunaweza tu apply ku measure gratitude. Na since not all of us are in relationships, nita focus on individuals zenye tunaweza tumia for our own ku measure our own gratitude. So if kama umekuwa ukifuata, I'm sure unajua ni gani. Zenye nimekuwa tu nikisema ni simple, they were interesting. Number 1 ni gratitude adjective checklist. I really like that it's just 14 adjectives and you rate on a scale of 1 to 7. Na pia the gratitude questionnaire, just 6 simple phrases una rate on a scale of 1 to 7 vile una agree ama una disagree. And I think I'll try them out. Nita try moja maybe by next week, alafu nitakuja niwape feedback, niwaambie what I scored na areas I can improve. So that's it for today's episode, Gratitude Buddies. Na hope mlienjoy hii episode. Na tuonane next week, mali explore more things, more interesting things about gratitude. Na until then, my buddies, bye bye, and have a lovely week filled with love and gratitude and blessings. May blessings follow your ways.